Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Command & Conquer Kane's Wrath replay. So on the left side as the yellow mark of Kane, we got CORTIKMISSING. So on the right side as the red GDI, we got Akasut, I think. Butchered these names well enough. The Hand of Nod being pulled in the field. I can't tell you if it's the left hand or right hand. Don't have to worry about mutants, it's not the third hand. Engineer down south. We do have a full awakened squad upon the field. One Salvatore. Rifleman's heading down south of Winter. Not selling off the barracks. Maybe wants to keep an eye. You guess he really wants to keep some of this stuff secure. If he's managed to secure the southern spikes, then he can build two engineers later on. Not steel talents, so we can't get combat engineers. Do you think the combat engineer can pick off engineers and buzzers in one hit? They're as weak as you expect, or at least the combat engineer for steel talents is as fragile as you expect, but they actually have they offer a pretty good pistol. Nice foxhole there. Garrison structure there. This foxhole will keep an eye on the blue Tiberium. And he does have the southern area secured. There's only one combat engineer. He could queue up another and then make his way, then sell it off. Maybe sending a rifle squad to this garrison wouldn't be half bad. Raider buggy coming on for a raid. Of course, it's regular GDI, so chain guns off the harvesters, but like Zocom harvesters, their range is still not great. Nor can they fire while docked. You know, that damage output's not too terrible. I never really sat down and looked at it. It's one of those things that's something it can do, but not necessarily it's something it should do if it's chain gun. I wonder if, lore-wise, if the chain gun is supposed to be something to protect itself against Tiberian fiends. Though, if you look at the model, those are the same chain gun model as used in the APC. For balance reasons why I understand why it's not the same in TPS. So it would be funny if it gets armor-piercing rounds and it actually becomes the same as the APC version. More harvesters. Looks like that raider buggy was just meant for scouting. Pitbull online. And red is expanding not towards this Tiberium here. He is actually going to try to obtain the central blue tib. I don't... A full refinery would be expensive. I don't know what exact return is. There's at least enough for one load. And he's actually putting missile troops inside these foxholes. Very nice. Interesting. Let's see how well it plays out. How well it pays out. Is it worth pulling a refinery there? Looks like he is deeming it to be so. We do have now a command post. Is that second MCV? Second MCV deployed up by yellow. Big line of GDI infantry. May want to get armor to get the composite armor. Wait, that's a rig. Looks like he's going to try the rig of the game. Two harvesters here. That's probably oversaturation right now. And I do love how they actually do have now a green tib or blue tib animator there. A lot of foxholes. This is weird overall. If I'm not mistaken. Interesting, but weird. I probably would not attach the second harvester over here because it's been depleted already. Provides them a good amount of Tiberium. I probably should have been start migrating back down. train? Is he trying to leap the production field? We do have a radar bug here which sees pretty much nothing. I don't know how much yellow's seen so far this game. We do have now Pitbull advancing. Sam turret. Guess yellow thought, is there going to be some sort of airplay? He does notice that there's a stealth tank there, at least while I saw the scan, which could have been mistaken for a harvester. That means there's a stealth tank, there's also a tech lab, which yellow probably did see right there. Huh. I just realized the Awaken has a fires from left hand with its gun. The lefties. I love how you see the blue tib animator there, and boop, now it's green tib. Stealth tank versus Pitbull. Pitbull did get a volley, but stealth tanks are just far superior. We have tib core missiles as well. I have no idea. This game's definitely very different. We do have Engineer Redeeming Facility. Is this for Venoms? Looks like Verticos. Though then again, looks like he's low in money since I see the progress bar not going smoothly up. That could just be the animator since this game doesn't really have a smooth progress bar. It goes up by ticks. Down south. There's a stealth tank, clears out the garrison. It clears out the rifleman now. Also, I love how the rig raises itself right there. Also gets the missile turret pod there somehow on top of it. Yeah, just don't worry about the think about the rig too much. It's one of those design aspects that makes not super great sense, like how everything gets packed up into a small little package. That's a lot of rigs. That's a lot of rigs. There's another one there. There's like the 5th rig on the field. Never had time to sit down and look at the rig model itself. Oh, railguns got upgraded. But yeah, you see it raised itself there. There's just one of its platform wheels. Wasn't this turret always on top of it when it's unpacked or packed up? Nope, it has what appears to be a pair of arms. I almost forgot USB cable on that side. Where'd those arms go? Is it the antenna? That's what it is. That's the USB one.
Marv assembly complete.
So both the Redeemer and MCV, that's dead. Got the Marv, we got the Redeemer, we got a sonic emitter, a lot of these battle bases, grenades. Part of me sort of thinks the battle base should have just slight health regen. Don't worry about the repair tool, not worry about unpacking a rig and move it up. If it's deployed, get a bit of health regen. Does it cost? I know you can use the repair tool on the rig. I wonder if that costs any money. Never really paid attention to that. Of course, it does have the different repair system where configurations where I can actually focus repairing one item at a time, such as using the repair ability. There's a double engineer. Marker Kane's Redeemer is probably the least useful of the 3 Redeemers. Oh. Scan there, spots a good number of verticals. Battle base, you only need 2 verticals to bomb a battle base. And there's a rage generator. He does have EMPs, and he does have supercharged venoms on the field. Slowly knocking out the Redeemer there, or delaying it. We do now have slingshots. We do have tungsten armor piercing rounds. I know, now think about it. Honestly, the concept of having tungsten rounds on A tier actually does not make too much sense. And they also have a bit of explosive effect there. They probably, if there's ever going to be a mod that changes names of other things, probably replacing it the tungsten rounds to A-head rounds probably would make a bit more sense. Or a head. I think that's like armor piercing something. Or armor, no. Air, I don't know what it stands for. Oh, we got a drop pod there. Zone Trooper flank. Of course, getting hit by the Raider buggies. They're somewhat resilient to Raider buggies, but not perfect. Takes all those Venoms pretty close. Zone Troopers jet their way forward. The slingshots can hit pretty hard there. Those harvests are going down. And it looks like these slingshots can be just sort of thrown away. He does have this one railgun load up the back of the Mar if he needs some engineers to get repaired on up. This is a massive sortie of vertical bombers. We got the EMP coils and no anti-armor support. No rigs nearby either. Here comes the stealth tanks. Oops. Did he just launch another EMP there by accident? Slingshot there. Down south. Got some stealth tanks causing issues. The Harvester's trying to pick up the remains of the Tiberian spikes, looks like. The Reclamator facility or hub is taking some damage. Gamer has double engineer, so there's plenty of repairs at the moment. Those of us Raider bugs with the Spectre artillery. There goes the Reclamator hub. EMP grenade casted. If I'm correct as well, beam cans do grenade damage. Looks like red does back the game there. This is Grade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.